Alright, here we are for round one with our blue-red Faeries deck. I'm here playing against 1310 Hazard. Wow, this is quite the hand. We are not going to tempo anybody out with this hand, but I'm also not really inclined to mulligan a hand that has so much card selection, so I'm going to keep this hand. It's pretty slow though, so I wouldn't be surprised if this was actually a mulligan. We're playing against Affinity, which is definitely one of the bad matchups for this deck. I'm going to start with the Ponder, because it's going to be so important for us to hit our lands. I'm going to keep this, and I'm going to take the land and the Vapor Snag, and I'm going to shuffle away the other one. We need to get red mana down to deal with some creatures. Okay, Ichor Wellspring, kind of a slow start. Let's see if they have some Frogmites. Nothing yet. So this turn I'm going to shuffle away right away, and then I'm going to cast a Ponder, I think. I know for a fact I don't want the next card. We're going to get a Mountain here. Yeah, I'll cast Ponder. Alright, these are pretty decent. No. So the Spellstar Sprite's not very good in this matchup. And we didn't get an early Delver down, so we're probably going to be in trouble here unless they kind of stumble, and they already pretty much didn't. If they have basically anything, we're going to be dead. Alright, Forger. We can deal with one Forger basically, and that's about it. I'm going to run out this Delver, and I'm going to hold up the Spellstutter Sprite. I'm not confident they're going to cast anything that we can actually counter with that, but gotta try, right? Alright, I'm just going to take 5 here. If they don't play anything I can counter, okay, I'm going to try to counter that. My guess is we'll get hit with a Galvanic Blast, but okay. So they've got another 4/4, which isn't great for us. We are going to flip with this Gush. So we're off to a decent start there. We really need to hit some removal, so I'm going to Preordain right away. Fairy Miscreant and Counterspell are not really what we want here. Ninja's also pretty bad. I'm going to Preordain. We really need to find a Scred. Nothing. Okay, we found a Bolt, so that's not terrible. I'm going to Gush here. Gush is great when you don't have another land to play. Alright, so I'm going to run out this island, and I either have to decide between a Vapor Snag and a Delver. I really kind of want to save the Vapor Snag for when I can counter the creature on the way back down. My plan for this turn is to play this Delver. I'm going to attack with our Delver, and then I'm going to block one of the Forgers with my Spell Stutter. I'm going to bolt it. Prophetic Prism's pretty good for us. They're not really advancing their board at all. Unfortunately, we didn't find a Scred there, and we made our Scred a lot worse here anyway by picking up some of our lands. I'm going to block this. There's something to be said for blocking with the Delver instead, but I really want to flip this guy. Alright, Gear Seeker Serpent, that's going to have to eat a Vapor Snag at some point. So Carapace Forger down. Let's see what we have here. Island, not good for us. Alright, let's Preordain. I don't really want these, but yeah, we just don't have time for any of that stuff. Another Ninja. These Ninjas are horrible. They're probably the worst draw on the deck. I keep hitting them after I put like kind of reasonable stuff on the bottom. I believe we are dead here no matter what we do, but I am going to just ninja in, and then I'm going to try to chump block on our next turn. I'm not confident that this is going to work. In fact, I'm almost certain it won't work, but we got to try something. Despite all of our, okay, Galvanic Blast is lethal, so we're dead. Let's go on to the next game. Despite all of our card selection in that hand that I kept, we really didn't find anything good for the matchup, which I guess it doesn't matter too much. The matchup's pretty bad anyway, so like I was talking about earlier, we've got these Flame Slashes and Gorilla Shamans for the matchup. I'm going to bring in the Scred, and I'm going to bring in the Hydroblast. They almost certainly have some Atogs in there, and I know for a fact they're going to be bringing in some Pyroblasts, and we've seen the Galvanic Blast, so Hydroblast is pretty strong here. I'm going to take out 2 Ninjas. They were terrible last game, and they're just not very good. Gush, 1 Gush coming out, and the Seagate Oracle doesn't block anything, and it's really slow. Lightning Bolt in general is not great against this deck. There's just a lot of stuff it doesn't kill. Daze, we'll keep it on the play, but if we win, I'll probably take it out for the next game. No, Vapor Snake's good. I meant to take out this Bolt. So Bolt doesn't kill very much in this deck, which is why I want to take it out. The last option is Pyroblast. We saw Gearseeker Serpents. They have Thoughts. They're going to have Thoughtcast as well. So I am considering bringing one of those in. And I think I will. I'll take out another Lightning Bolt. Lightning Bolt's just not very good. It's probably going to go to our opponent's face. It doesn't kill any of the creatures we care about. So, see how this looks. Alright, I'm sure I'm not sideboarding perfectly here. I don't think we want Stormbound Geist. I don't think we want these Ninjas. It's possible I don't want even more of these Ninjas and Gushes, but I don't have a lot to bring in other than some more Pyroblasts. So I'm going to stick with what we have here. I think next game I'm going to take out both Dazes and bring in 1 Pyroblast and bring 1 Ninja back in. Alright, here we go. This hand is okay. I think I'll keep it. This deck does actually have a lot of 1-drops that they need to deploy early in the game, so the spell stutters aren't terrible. I'm going to lead out with this Evolving Wilds. It's a little unfortunate we have so many tapped lands. It would be nice to have the ability to play this Fairy into our spell stutter sprite, but that's not happening for us, so I'm going to lead out with the Evolving Wilds, grab a mountain. Opponent's still deciding. One of the downsides of playing Affinity is you have an incredibly inconsistent deck. The deck only runs 16 lands, which is super greedy. It's something like 20 or 30% of your hands are only going to have 1 land in them. Like, it's... yeah, they're going down to 4, and that's why Affinity, even though it has some of the best draws in the game that are almost unbeatable, they also get a lot of non-functional draws. And this hopefully is one of them. Alright, Flayer Husk is fine. Gonna grab this mountain. Alright, we got an island. Got a little punished for grabbing the mountain right away. See what our opponent has next. Looks like he's attacking. Not worried about that. Just passing the turn. I'm just going to run out 1 Spell Stutter here. It'll make our next Spell Stutter a lot stronger, and if we draw a Ninja, that might be something we want to play. Just going to attack here. Pass the turn. Leaving up this Spell Stutter. Okay. Opponent attacks. It's possible I was a little too cautious there, but let's just go ahead and Spell Stutter this. I don't want to give them another draw towards the land. They didn't play anything last turn, so I'm pretty sure they don't have any more 1-drops. Grab another island. Alright, we've got a Hydroblast. I'm going to run out this Delver. I'm not going to run out this Fairy because I want to keep up Hydroblast in case they have Electrickery. That'd be a huge blowout if we got hit with Electrickery here after running out this Fairy. That's a little too risky against what appears to be a pretty bad draw from our opponent. Alright, they're keeping back their Germ. I don't really want to scred it, so I'm not going to. Hopefully we flip this Delver here. We didn't. Okay, I'll just attack with our Spell Stutters. Just going to leave up a bunch of stuff. I'm going to play this Fairy out though. Our opponent probably doesn't have anything for a single blue mana. They might have brought in maybe like a Dispel or something, but nothing that we really care about is going to cost a single blue. If they had a single red up, there might be a couple things that we were worried about, but not with just a blue. Alright, let's see if they hit a land here. If they play something like a star, okay, so they did hit their land. Frogmite. Frogmite's fine. And a Thoughtcast. I don't think I care about that either. Opponent's probably going to attack here with a Germ, and we're just going to take that. I'm saving the Scred for a 4/4 now that I got up to 4 lands. Hopefully we can flip this Delver here. Okay, we hit a Scred, which is great. I think we've pretty much locked up this game right here. We've got a couple counter spells and some kill spells for anything they want to try to do. Cloudcast again, sure. They're really tight on mana. If they want to spend 1 mana on that, that's okay. Again, these Frogmites don't really do anything. Springleaf Drum is okay. Alright, if we draw a Bolt here, our opponent's dead right away. Otherwise, we just got him on a 2-turn clock. I'm going to Scred this Frogmite. If they want to use a Dispel or something, that's fine. I'm just doing that because I'm limited on red mana. Galvanic Blast is going to eat a Hydroblast. Okay. Ash Barrens doesn't really do anything for us. I don't think there's anything they could have that would save them here. Let's grab Mountain. See what our opponent can come up with. Maybe if they had like a couple Somber Hover Guards, but they'd really need a lot. Star doesn't matter. Even the first Galvanic Blast doesn't matter if they play one. I'm just going to let that first one resolve. It's still lethal. Yep. We've still got 3 power of Flyers. I will counter this one. Okay. Opponent hasn't played a land yet. Yeah, let's just go for the win here. Doesn't look like they've got anything going on. Okay, so we win game 2 against basically a crippled opponent. They mulliganed to 4, didn't have a lot going on. So I didn't really see anything that would make me really want to bring in more Pyroblasts, but Daze is just pretty bad on the draw. So I am going to take those out. I'm going to bring in one more Pyroblast, and Gotta decide between Gush or Ninja. Or I could bring back in one Seagate Oracle, but that's really not what I want to do with 3 mana. They're playing 2 mana 4/4s, and playing a 1/3 for 3 mana is just really bad in the matchup. Maybe I will leave in 1 days to keep them honest. Alright, let's go with that. Hopefully we can get our Gorilla Shaman here and just take out all their lands, finish them off. Opponent's deciding if they want to play first. I'm sure that they will decide to do that. So what we're hoping for here, like most Delver decks, you just basically hope that the Affinity deck mulligans a lot. Like I said before, they're a really inconsistent deck. We are a super consistent deck. We're going to do similar things in every game. We have a lot of card selection, so we can put our lands to the bottom. If we don't need them, we can find lands if we need them. Affinity is kind of one of those really all-in decks. Okay, we can. Man, this hand is a lot like our first one, where we've got kind of lands and spells, but they don't do a lot. I'm actually gonna mulligan this one. Okay, this hand's okay. I'll keep this. Lightning bolts, I'm gonna put to the bottom. I'm planning to search out an island with this Evolving Wilds. We haven't really been able to find any of our actually good spells in the matchup in our opening hands, unfortunately. I haven't seen any Gorilla Shamans. We had one Scred last game, but Scred is only good in the late game. We didn't see our Flame Slash either. Okay, our opponent's taking a little while here. They've got to stop in their upkeep for some reason. Somehow we're ahead on time, even though they didn't really play anything last game. Okay, they've had their Flare Husk both games. And now that I do this Daze, it kind of makes me want to run out of Delver here. But I can't quite do that. I can't justify doing that. Alright, let's see what they have here. I'm sure they have one more land. Okay, 2 Darksteel Citadels. Chromatic Star, they've got a color. Okay, they've got a couple colors. I'm not going to counter that one. Frogmite, alright. Maybe that bolt would have been good, but I'm not going to have red mana for a little while anyways. Okay, Scred. So here I'm going to hold up Counterspell. Man, this ninja's terrible. Maybe I should have taken all 4 of them out. They are just so bad. Right, hopefully our opponent plays Carapace Forger here. I get to counter it. Okay, they're using up all their colored mana. Alright, they found an island. They found a blue source. Alright, they've got nothing else here apparently. Nothing. Alright, hopefully I draw a land here. Spell Stutter. No such luck. I am just going to pass here. Hopefully our opponent's a little color screwed. We're a little land screwed at this point. Alright, they're clearly not color screwed. They must just be flooded. I'm going to run out of Spell Stutter here. I have a lot of counter spells and I don't really have the mana to sit on this. Galvanic Blast my face, okay. Ponder, that seems good. This is a tough call. I really want both the Evolving Wilds and the Gorilla Shaman, but I'm not sure how much I want the Evolving Wilds if I can't get a red with it. Alright, let's keep these. Gonna play that and run out this Delver. It's not impossible that I'm gonna have to hold up. That I'm gonna have to search for red next turn. I'm gonna have to lose that Gorilla Shaman. That's something that I think seems pretty likely here. Mana's kind of getting us this game. I'm gonna hold these back. And I think I'm actually gonna double block this Frogmite. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, nothing from our opponent. So, if our opponent doesn't cast anything here, I am going to just draw that Gorilla Shaman. Alright, they've got an Atog. Yeah, that guy's lethal, so I can't just draw that. We're getting pretty punished here for not just taking that damage. Because now I really need to draw a creature. Or he still drew the Gorilla Shaman, so that's pretty good for us. Got that Moto Shuffler bug where they put the cards you shuffled away back on top. Unfortunately, I can't just dome these lands. I kind of need to hold up these counter spells because I need to block this Atog with the Gorilla. Unfortunately, we don't have a Hydroblast. If we did, we would almost certainly win this game. But these happen to be kind of some bad counterspells for us. Thoughtcast is unfortunate, but I'm going to have to let that happen. I need to counter a Galvanic Blast if they have one. So this draw didn't really pan out for me. It's possible I should have played it a little differently. Alright, they're equipping. Alright, we're going to block here. I'm going to blow up their untapped lands. Added the mana, that's fine. And I'm going to blow up the other one too. They also probably should have sacrificed it to Atog, but it's probably not going to matter. Okay, now they realize they should have done that the first time. If we get really lucky, they'll sack out the rest of their stuff and fling me, and then I can daze it. Especially if they do this before the Gorilla Shaman dies. That'll be pretty good for us. Alright, well, get God Opponent. So that was a pretty big misplay by our opponent there. They should have definitely waited until damage happened. Because now I'm going to scred this guy. I'm going to kill this. I'm going to fetch out an island. So this is our last turn where we don't have counterspell up, but our opponent's on one colorless land. Yeah, pretty unfortunate mistake for our opponent there. I guess I finally get to get this ninja into play. So we are almost certainly going to win this game now. Can't really imagine a series of draws from our opponent where they can get out of this. We'll brainstorm end of turn just for mana efficiency. Alright. Well, looks like we lucked out here. Get in there with our ninja again. I guess the cards I was talking about cutting ended up coming up pretty big for us there. Especially that daze. Maybe I should have left in the other one. Yeah, our opponent concedes here. So, little unfortunate misstep from our opponent. Our Gorilla Shaman should have definitely been dead. It would have taken us a little while to get our ninja into play, but it turns out it probably wouldn't have mattered too much unless they had some blue mana in their hand, because we were going to draw another one. Alright, I will see you guys for the next round.